Good morning, good morning, good morning. Da-da-da. Good morning. Oh, what are you doing? It's called I'm way too pretty for prison. It's funny. All right, let's get a quick little morning message of what's going on here today. Let's see what's happening. Ooh, we got Aries 7 Sun. Aries. The Sun. Things coming out into the light. And 7. Right? So 7 has that defense energy. 7 has that choosing through the illusion energy. 7 has a conflict energy. What do we have here? We have feminine energy here and harvest. So definitely reading for divine feminines today. Alrighty, let's see what we got going on. And harvest. In my memories was a squash plant. I have not planted a single thing this year. Not one single thing. My pepper plants that are in the pots are coming back, but I haven't plotted anything. Marriage is hard, divorce is hard. Choose your hard. Again, I'm going to come on, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go walk dogs, and I'm going to come back and do some subscriber readings today. See what's going on. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. That is from the movie Snatch. If you haven't seen it, that is a great one to go watch. Mental needs. Love yourself. Discipline yourself. I ask for so little. Just let me rule you, and you can have everything you want. Ooh, little Jared there. There's definitely been a lot of control issues between the divine feminines and the divine masculines. Take your mask off and be honest with yourself. Only then can you see through everybody else's masks. And came this far, might as well keep going. All right. Should we get a story time? Story that we got going on. I need another story-esque deck. I need new cards. It's a need. Oh, and we'll use the Labyrinth deck today since the Labyrinth card came out. What do we got? Come here, you lady. The Clovers. Thumbelina in the Bower, where she made a bower out of clovers, right? How she had all these suitors that were always chasing her, and then she rescued the sparrow, and he helps her escape, and she ends up in the meadow in a field of clovers and makes the best out of her situation and makes herself a bower bed. I don't know why, but the movie just popped into my head, the old Disney cartoon. You got Black Flower Fragrance and Anger in Chains, where she's asked to sing, and she sings about the sun because the sun had been gone so long, right? Pretty much, she got stuck with the mouse, and she ended up spending all winter underground with the mole and the mouse. And she thought the prince was dead. All right. I got two separate energies here. I know we said this is mostly on the feminine, but of course the feminine's worried about everything else, right? So we got black flower fragrance over here. Right, and we got wind activation. So, and I actually like this because look how she's blowing around in the wind, right? We also got 16 bringing in that 7 again as well. Right. You know what? Let's peek at the book real quick for the black flower fragrance. I want the sentence that goes with it. Because I always get, the Leo King never actually, I don't think, ever read the book for this. And he uses it all the time. The world is unfair. Fuck off, dear world. Fuck you. Yeah. It's just kind of activating and then a FU to the world, right? And now not a lot of people are going to like that energy. But it doesn't matter. That's the whole point, right? It's like, what? I don't have to do it your way. I can do it my way type of deal going on here. And I'm just tired of things being unfair. And it kind of gives off, it can give off a negative energy, right? Or a negative vibe. I get definitely like the resting bitch face, the resting bitch tone, right? But it's time to use that to your advantage and definitely do some activations when it comes to the wind. I love it. We did the wind, some wind stuff the other day with the girls, took them to the beach. On the other side, we have anger and chains. I like this. It's got that lion in the back, that Leo energy that was coming through yesterday, right? That strength, sun energy, right? So there's definitely this anger and chains. I like how it's fragmented and an abstract art here. It's kind of a confusing energy. Comes with the number 11. And yeah, just being bound and held down right now. And someone is angry about that for sure. And you might not understand. So both sides are angry for their own right? So this side's unhappy because, it's like FU world. Things aren't going the way they're supposed to. This, that, the other thing. Time for some wind activation. This side is angry because it's bound down by things. It's bound down by chains. It's bound down by burdens. And you don't even know half of the shit that this person's going through right now because they don't want to bind anybody else with these chains either. And yeah, they don't want to burden nobody with it. So you're only seeing 10% of it. So if you're mad about somebody not coming forward because they're mad about it too. Anger and chains stuck in the positions that they're in. What did I say I was going to do? Labyrinth. Release. If y'all haven't seen The Labyrinth, go watch The Labyrinth. What's wrong with you? How could you still be here today and not have seen this movie yet? Kind of a dork about the movie. It's my quote on Facebook too. For my kingdom is oh wait. My power is as strong. My kingdom is as great. You have no power over me. And I mess it up still. That's greatness. It's literally my quote and I mess it up. I need to put that. Pretty sure it's in the deck. Should be. I will say I like this deck too because it's got cards are starting to come in that plasticky almost feel. Okay. feminine energy is definitely coming through stronger. The masculine energy is 100% coming through, just bound down, blocked, stuck, even on the 5D. It's crazy. Of course, everybody was asleep. I can hear mom moving around now. Apologies if you hear any background noise. You'll be all right. People live here. So funny. I don't know why, but it just popped in my head of I remember one time when I lived with my sister and all her kids and everything else, and I was like losing my mind. I'm like, man, these kids are so loud. And my brother-in-law was like, well, yeah, they're children. Children live here. And then a few years later, my kids are at his house. His kids are teenagers. They're all quiet and chilled out now. My kids are wreaking havoc. And he goes, man, they're so loud. And I was just like, well, yeah, they're children. Children are loud. Alrighty. What do we got? See, I got the 10 of Swords here. And, you know, I always call that the drama queen card. So this is definitely someone who's wallowing, right? We got a wallowing energy here that fell out while I was shuffling. So it's someone who's dwelling and wallowing on things that could possibly go wrong, right? They're wallowing about being stabbed in the back before. Fuck you, the world's unfair. That's that whole black flower fragrance going on, right? I do see the main energies, right, coming into it. We got the 3 of Wands. We got virtue, right? And this is learning how to balance out that intuition, preparation, foresight, right? Learning how to get all those in order to try to figure out where you're going to go, trying to juggle all those responsibilities and passions as well with this deck because she's juggling. We've got the 4 of Wands completion here. And I got a completion of a cycle that has been going around and around and around, right? You get the Sun reversed. There's not a lot of optimistic energy coming through here, right? So I feel like this is the completion of a cycle of something that just wasn't coming into the sun. And this person feels like they're spinning around in freaking circles. This person just feels like they're spinning around in circles. It's never going to go anywhere. And yeah, you got 10 over here. You got 10 over here. And 10s are also the completion of a cycle, right? This is about burdens, oppression, right? I got enough of my own shit to carry, okay? You know, it's like, I'm sorry if you got so much shit, but I got shit too, right? Type of energy. And this person's tired and on the 3D tired of twirling around in circles. And I say that too. If you keep coming around to the same problem over and over and over again, you got to break that cycle somehow, some way, some shape, some form. Whenever you spiral around to a problem, you should, even if you're, because you will, it's just natural human. Right? But you should be spiraling up, and we call it the spiral dynamics. You should be spiraling up. It should be a higher perspective every time you come across this problem again. And if you can't figure out a way to break it and you're just standing there spinning circles on the beach, right? The wind's going to blow it away anyway, right? It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. So if you're really going to release it, then release it. If you really want to put the burden down of carrying it, then put it down. 40. So 3D is the physical reality. 4D is the mind, the telepathic connections, recently past spirits, type like that, is all on the 4D by my definitions, right? So on the 4D, on this person's mind, what is trying to, Page of Pentacles, trying to figure out how to start making some moves, changing some practices, right? Creating new routines. This person is bound and they feel like they realize that it's a self-binding that they are stuck in, right? Now, wow, you have the 4 of Wands on the bottom line. You got the 4 of Wands. Again, this is in the middle of the 4D. So there's, right? So what's showing on the 3D is all this drama, dramatic, and that's what's being portrayed. Definitely this is coming out on the 3D, but on the 4D, what their mind is still built towards building this happy foundation. The 4 of Wands is about building the happy foundation towards a happy life, right? It's about union, this card. The 4 of Wands, we've also said, is the doorway. It's an 11-11 card because you got the 4 wands in a row that look like 11-11, right? I got 6 of Wands. There's definitely victory. It's a lot of mental capacity that's being worked on right now. You get the Aries again. This Aries energy. And the Aries energy, when it comes out with the Emperor card, is all about strategy. It's strategic. It's paying attention. It's learning how people play the game, right? Case in point, I was playing Battleship with one of the kids the other day, right? And it's always fun when you play with somebody new, right? Because when I grew up, I had just my one sister. We had no cousins. We had nobody our age. So games got very boring very fast, right? Battleship became very boring very fast. While you immediately start to pick up on the person's general patterning of how they're going to put their boats down, it becomes easier and easier and easier. If you play chess with them, you start to learn their moves. It becomes easier and easier and easier. Games become almost routine. Cards, all of that, right? So this is kind of the energy that I'm getting off of this. It's like you need to be paying attention, not just to your own patterns, but to how other people's patterns work as well. And that's the other dynamic in the co-creation of things, right? If you know how they're going to respond to you, and you know if you make this change, it's going to upset somebody, then why are you upset that they're upset? You already knew that was going to happen, so you should have been mentally braced for that impact so that they couldn't trigger you, right? On the 5D, see, and I get that was a lot of feminine energies, except for the Emperor card at the end, which Aries is a masculine sign anyway. But all of those cards were female there, right? On the 5D, yeah, it's showing the masculines stuck, right? You got the world reversed. You got the world reversed, right? So it feels like things aren't opening up the way you want to. You're not able to move around, travel the way you want to. You can't complete some sort of plan that you've been working on, and it's just kind of stuck, right? There's a very stuck energy. We got the Queen of Fire here, Queen of Poles, right? So Queen of Fire is all about trying to bring back in that fire, that passion. Yeah. It's the feminine air signs card, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's about bringing that fire energy and wanting to amp things up. We've got a Knight of Pots reversed. This person is unable to give messages of love. They are blocked, right? They are blocked. I love the pots in this deck because it's all about cooking and food, and I always say it's made with love, right? This person is struggling in these areas, and going with that submerged thing, it's just a lot, right? Ace of Feathers. Their mind, their thoughts right now are pretty immature, right? Not so much that they're immature, it's just, they've got themselves blocked. And it's a mental block. It's a mental block. All blocks are mental blocks, but this is definitely on the 5D, is telling you that this Knight of Pots, right? Which would be the Knight of Cups, right? Mr. Romance, right? He's unable to figure out how to even get into that. He is so blocked off from it. And it's all these mental blocks, right? And it's kind of, I even get the sense of almost like a childlike energy, right? A childlike mindset, like teenager type of block. Like I can't because it'll be embarrassing type of deal. Like it's not any big serious thing that keeps them from coming forward. It's just this, this like kitty block energy, right? This weird fear, right? And why? And I think why is because you got the Queen of Poles and you got the High Priestess here. And I just don't feel like they feel like they're very powerful right now because they don't feel very powerful. They don't feel like they can, I guess, approach you. Some more. Where did I put the deck down at? There it is. A bit more clarity here from the 5D. That has the Knight blocked. Yeah, I got what has the night blocked. You get the dancers, the lovers here, right? It's definitely what they want, right? What has them blocked? What they feel like they're reaping what they sow. I feel like they're paying penance for bad karma. I feel like they may have, especially with this immature energy that's a block, that immature energy could have gotten them into a lot of trouble before. You know what I'm saying? And the Seven of Pentacles, I always say, is a reap what you sow type of energy. So it has them blocked is reaping what they sow, things that they have to deal with in their past. Some of that 90% that you don't know about, right? Ace of Cups, right? They do want to bring it out. They do want to give you the Ace of Cups. They do want to, yeah. Yeah, now we got the Page of Feathers. Oh, that's the Ace of Feathers. This is the Page of Feathers. Still about the same meaning, right? The Ace of Feathers is they can't see how they're going to get victory. The Page of Feathers reverse, like I said, is that immature energy, right? I do feel like they still feel like this is fate. That popped out again. All right. Let's get a couple more of these, and then we're going to roll on out of here, and then I'm going to go walk the dogs, and then I'm going to come back and do some subscriber readings for a while. Give everybody a chance to wake up. It's Saturday. Not everybody, most people are asleep. I'm sparked up. I went to bed relatively early for me last night. I got let him go. I feel like if this person isn't ready, this person isn't where they need to be, this is going on. If it's genuinely fate, it'll come around again at another point and another time where things actually do line up right. Universe says, let it go. Just let it go. Let things be what they will be. I am thirsty anyways. Bring on the rain. And I definitely get that feeling with the Black Flower Fragrance card. It's like, bring on the rain. What? I have no problem standing outside in the rain. I like to do that, so bring it on. Thirsty anyways, bring on the rain. And I got, you were actually telling the truth. Funny. I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised by it. And a lotus cannot bloom in a garden built for a rose, right? When a plant, speaking of planting season, we were talking about that a little while ago too. When a plant is dying, you don't try to change the plant. The plant is what it is. The plant needs what it needs. A rose needs certain pH levels and certain amount of water. A lotus needs mud. It needs the swamp. It needs these things, right? You don't change the plant. You change how you're taking care of the plant, or you change what nutrients you're giving the plant, or you change the environment of the plant. You move the pot completely. You don't leave things that'll freeze outside in winter. You have to change the environment, bring them inside during the winter, right? There's all this energy of you don't change the plant. You change how you care for the plant. You research what the plant fucking needs, right? Until a bit more. A dream is merely a dream until you put it into action. Not reading that one. I don't know is an acceptable answer. For every question, there is another answer. There is an answer, and for every answer, there is another question. Yes. It's never ending. It's never ending. Y'all are a mess. Alrighty, loves. That's it. That's all I got for you today. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. Buttons and bells. I'm going to be back in a little bit to do some subscriber readings. I love you. I'll be back as soon as I can. I promise.